the UN was an idea which needed to be created practically. We had had this devastating period at the end of the First World War, where the idea of a League of Nations, which I know Danish wants to speak about more, didn't take hold, and it led to even more death and destruction as a result of the failed efforts to build a new world order. But right from the start, it was hobbled because it fell into that Cold War and the rise of the Soviet Union and that ideological battle which took shape over the subsequent sort of 30 years or so. And it was only perhaps that golden period when the wall came down and we could dream again a little bit that actually, and remember the UN Charter says we the peoples, even though the structure of the United Nations is a club of member states, where perhaps humanity could actually come together and try and solve the problems that were ahead of us. And this, of course, included here a Labour government in 1997. I was there in 2005, where already it was starting, that dream was being degraded because of the Iraq War and the events leading to that. But in 2005, we had this World Summit where the idea of the responsibility to protect human beings in conflict in particular, and civilians, what became so prominent. But since then, we've seen more and more that, unfortunately, the UN, as it is today, is part of a bygone era.